Hi, everyone. Welcome to a special secured podcast from Intersec Dubai 2026, where I interview leaders shaping the security market across the Middle East on the show floor. In this episode, I sit down with Joachim Mahlstedt from ASSA ABLOY, and my key takeaway is how the region is becoming a proving ground for the convergence of mechanical and digital security, especially in data centers and critical infrastructure white space. I think you'll enjoy this conversation and everything else we get into. And without further ado, here is Joachim.
For having me on your podcast today, live from Intersec.
Live from Intersec, yep.
Super exciting to be here. A lot is going on, especially from ASSA ABLOY's perspective. My name is Joachim Mahlstedt. I'm Chief Commercial Officer for DAS EMEA Opening Solutions. So you have to get used to these titles.
Yes, you do.
ASSA ABLOY, and also Managing Director of Kentix, a recent acquisition of ASSA ABLOY. And I'm super excited to be here. This is again, just like last year, and another layer on top of what we can offer, and it's special to me.
No, it is, and you can see it. You just walked me through the product, and I jokingly said it's interesting to see it in person versus like press release, so you get a different appreciation for what you all are doing with that product and the opportunities. So as you look at here, so talk to me a little bit about the Middle East itself, how important it is from a business standpoint, what interests you here, like, give me your high level, 40,000 foot level view of the market.
Middle East is, of course, is super important to us. Especially we look at EMEA, so this is Europe, Middle East, India, Africa, and Middle East is always super exciting because you have these big projects, you have suddenly something just moving at you very quickly in a large scale. And this is always for us, especially from the digital perspective, is super exciting. So it's very volatile here. But I must say, just excited to be here. We're launching the Kentix offering here today. So this is also for us, testing the waters here. Got tremendously good feedback from the crowds here. Again, for me, it's just a positive impact, and Middle East is the place to test and to move forward on a large scale.
Yeah, let me ask you that. It's something that from yesterday, I just been trying to synthesize sort of what I'm feeling here. I've been here a handful of times, so by no means an expert in it, but been here met enough people to see it. I'm trying to understand there seems to be two types of people here when it comes to it. There's the excitement about what's happening in the market, but I also get the sense like people like coming here. So I'm trying to balance between the opportunity that exists here and the desired opportunity that exists. So I'm not trying to be flippant with it, but like, is it really that big of an opportunity here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No question about it. It's for us, it's a mandatory to be here, and we have a presence here. Yeah. We have a factory here, so we're here to stay.
You're at scale here.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I was thinking the same yesterday, coincidentally, and I was comparing it a little bit to Las Vegas as well, because you like coming here.
Same. I was using it exactly too. Yeah.
So do you like coming here? It's buzzing. Everything is there's a lot going on. And people enjoy coming here, so that's the nice part of it from a personal perspective. But business-wise, it's essential to be here. This is where we want to be. This is where we also. That's why we are launching all the products here, and this is why we have the presence here.
Yeah, it's hard to through a podcast to show people the cranes that you see.
Yeah,
and we drove out into the desert last night, and I mean, for miles upon miles upon miles. There's a lot of construction, a lot of opportunity that
if they can handle the traffic, then it will be.
Yeah, that's a whole other. I don't know if you and I are going to fix that, but that is definitely a flavor of the region is that they could use some more roads. I would agree with you on that end. So you talk about the importance that's here. Where do you see big opportunities? Is it critical infrastructure, hospitality? Like, what are some of the vertical markets that are of interest? All?
Yeah, possible.
I know you think. I got you.
So hospitality always was big for us, always important for us. We do doors here as well.
Okay.
We showcase Doorbird here on the stand. Super nice IP intercom solution, which was also launched in the US.
Yeah, very much so.
It's very exciting. Again, IP. We show Primo, which is interesting for any kind of access control application. And then, data centers again, vertical, which we focus on tremendously. So this is one of the many, and again, opportunity lies around the corner. And in the end, for us, it doesn't matter what kind of vertical it is. We will try to grab it.
Yeah, no. When you get to a certain size, it makes sense. But as you look at different technologies that people are attracted to when they're coming through, like biometrics, mobile, cloud, AI, post quantum, like standard, whatever name the technology that, when you go through these booths, everyone, what stands out?
First of all, I would love to go and see all the other vendors. Haven't had the chance yet.
People come to the booth. I got you. That's fair. Yeah. That's tomorrow. Let's stay the show's on.
That's tomorrow. Maybe I have some time later on.
Yeah.
Now, for me, from it very much depends on the time scale what we're looking at. So on short term, like you mentioned, biometrics, I think we see a tremendous interest now with face recognition. It's very interesting how this flips. And we are importing, or we're launching the Control ID solution also in combination with Kentix, and the feedback we get is tremendous. And then if you say MIDS, it's AI, of course, AI on so many different levels, which is super exciting. Not only how the users will interact with our applications, the expectations they have, and actually executing commands in our applications, but also how we have to be resilient towards the AI threat, how we do our development. There's so many levels to AI which will shape us. And we'll look back again in a few months' time, and we'll scratch our head how quickly that has come. Standards, of course, it's always something which we address.
Sure.
So, but that's for me is daily business. We have to be open. We partner up with many other vendors, EAC providers. This is the DNA of ASSA ABLOY.
Yeah.
We have many components partnering up with them. So we have to follow the standards. We want to shape the standards as well. But that's not something which is a big disruptor in that sense, because we're already doing it. So there are many topics which will change approach to the market in the midst to short term. And now let's take it one by one.
No, I got you. So as you look for this coming year, what gets you most excited about, specifically in this region? So for 2026, it's January. So as we look back, I'll see you here again next year, and we're like, wow, look what happened last year. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I have my two hats on, the commercial role for the digital portfolio. And what always excites me is the convergence of mechanical to digital. This is what we do. This is where we are super successful with. And then, of course, for me, it's scaling Kentix. Kentix is a great opportunity for us, going into the vertical, going into the white space, and have a very good narrative for that and a value add. And this is something where hopefully, I'm 100% sure, if we meet again in 12 months' time, there will be a lot to talk about.
All right. Well, talk to me about that white space that you talked about in the product thing.
Yes.
We saw critical infrastructure, data center type product. Super interesting. A lot of data points and very localized, but yet connected, IP-based type product. It's interesting. When you say white space, what is that white space?
Yeah. If we talk about, everybody talks about data centers, right? And everybody has a notion what a data center is. And we have so many different types of data centers in scale and also in application. And this is mind-boggling to me, because you have the hyperscalers, you have the co-location, you've got enterprise, the edges, you've got the small ones, you've got the big ones, and they all have different challenges. But when it comes all together, you have the white space. This is where the action actually happens. And the white space is totally different to the area which we normally service. So if we have the gray space, or we have the perimeter, that's a building which is built up. The white space, there's so much motion in it. Every 8 to 10 years, you have a totally renovating, refurbishing the white space. And you can combine so many data points, like you mentioned earlier, in the white space together to get essential information for our users. And the users is the IT security responsible person, which might not be in charge of the general access control. He's in charge of operating the servers. And this is where we create a lot of value add by combining monitoring information, temperatures, humidity, providing power supply, access control to the server racks, video, all into one system. And that's super exciting.
Yeah. So it's in some ways, it's an operational tool that is also delivering a utility like safety, fire, things like that, right? So that's how I should look at it.
Yeah, it's not fire. It's early fire detection.
Early fire detection.
CO detection.
I meant more data, like just environmental control.
Environmental control, temperatures. And that's the part which makes it exciting from our perspective. And also, like you said, the press release, you got your first notion of what Kentix is. Once you see it, you know how exciting it is. And I also noticed when talking to our customers and our partners in the data center environment, there's so much enthusiasm about the software, especially, and I'm putting this all together and just combining it without the notion, okay, this is an access control system, this is a monitoring system. It's just a solution for this space. and with the end user in mind.
Yeah.
Super easy to utilize and deploy.
It is, and like you said, I got to see the rack product. That you have the vertical rack product, which is pretty neat. People should take a look at it. Where's the best place to go find information like that? Is it what Kentix.com or where do they go?
Yeah, so Kentix.com is the first place to go.
There you go.
There's a total digital customer journey which we have in place. You got all the information you need there. You can connect up and hook up with a partner. You can contact me right away on LinkedIn, on social media. That's not an issue.
Yeah.
And also the local sales representatives on ASSA ABLOY. Everybody's aware of it. Everybody's to push it. So there's no problem getting in contact with us. And we are very thrilled to get into a dialogue with anybody who's interested.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you for making time. I know it's a busy show. Always good to catch up with you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Lee. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.